Okay, so today we are going to solve exercise 13.8 of the chapter 13, surface area volume. I'll be doing some sums, which namely are the first sum, the second sum, the third sum, the fourth sum, and the fifth sum. And for preference, I have taken all these problems. I have referred all these problems from NCERT, CBSE, class 9th, maths textbook. And for a more accurate description, it is blue in color, so you could refer more easily. Okay, so let's start. Now, the first statement here, the first statement that we should that should come in your mind is that assume pi is equal to 22 by 7, because in most questions they tell you that assume pi is equal to 22 by 7, but in other questions they tell you to assume pi is equal to 3.14. But in this case, we are going to refer to it as 22 by 7. Okay, so find the volume of a sphere whose radius is 7 centimeters. So let's start. Now I want to warn you that whenever you start a question, always draw the figure first. We'll draw the question number first. So this is the first question and the first part, and all you have to do is draw a circle. Okay, so here is a simple circle, but according to my preference, I'm going to add a little window here so that the description of the circle and the difference between a circle and a sphere is more visible. So volume of a sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay, so always write the formula. Do not forget to write the formula. However annoying it may be that you have to write the formula so many times, please write the formula, because it's for your own sake and it might help you in the future if you forget the formula. Now all you have to do is substitute the values. So 4 upon 3 into pi, which is 22 by 7, into r cube. So our r cube, our radius, so from the center to the edge of the circle, is known as r, which is equal to 7. And do not forget the units, which are centimeters. So 4 upon 3 into 22 by 7, aka pi, into 7 into 7 into 7, which is the r cube, that is 7 whole cube. So 7 goes by 7, and we'll calculate this big sum, and finally our answer will be 4312 divided by 3. This will be our final answer. But no, we have to simplify it further. You could either do this in decimals or you could do it in fraction. But in this sum, I'm going to go with fraction. So 4312 divided by 3 can be written as 1. So it can be written as 1 3s are 3, 4 3s are 12, 3 3s are 9, and 7 3s are 21. And then this is not the exact value because there are more decimal places, but we are going to solve this in fraction. So 1437, and we are going to solve this in mixed fraction, which will be 1437 1 upon 3 centimeter cube. Or if you wanted this in a more accurate precision, a more accurate description of the answer, you could write it as 4312 divided by 3, and this in decimal form would have been 1437.3 centimeter cube. This would have been the decimal form, this would have been the fraction form. Both are same, but in exams it is preferable that you go with the fraction form. So this is our final answer, and we'll go ahead with our next sum. Okay, so our next part of the first question states that find the volume of a sphere whose radius is 0.63 meters. Okay, let's try to solve this question. Now please draw a circle. Do not forget to draw a circle. So once you have drawn a circle, I'll draw a little window so that there's a difference between the circle and the sphere. This is the second part of the first question, and we'll write the volume of a sphere, which is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Don't forget to write the formula, and we shall substitute our values. That is 4 upon 3 into pi, which is aka 22 by 7, into r cube, which is our radius is 0.65. Okay, pardon, it is 0.63. So 0.63 can be written, r cube can be written as 0.63 whole cube, and in a long form this can be written as 0.63 into 0.63 into 0.63. So by solving this whole monster, we get that 3 0.21s are 0.63 and 7 0.09s are 0.63, and when we solve the sum or products we get 1.05 meter cube. So we are finding the volume of a sphere. So volumes unit are any unit with a cube at the top, so do not forget the units, and we have found out the answer. So we move on to our next question. Find the amount of water displaced by a solid spherical ball of diameter 28 centimeters. So we'll solve the radius because in questions they don't take diameter into consideration, so we'll convert diameter into radius. So by solving that, we'll take the formula of 2r is equal to d. 2 into r, because our radius value is not given to us, is equal to d, which is 28. So therefore r is equal to 14 centimeters. Okay, so by radius we will be solving our volume of the solid sphere. I'll clear all this. So we move on to our second question. First part. So do not forget to draw the circle. So once we have drawn a circle, we'll add a little window so that instead of a circle it becomes a sphere. Volume of a sphere. Write the full statement for volume of a sphere. Write the full statement so that there's no confusion, because it can be volume of a cuboid also, you don't want that. So volume of a sphere specifically will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube, which is equal to 4 upon 3 into 22 by 7 into r cube. R cube, our r from center to the edge is r, which is equal to 14 centimeters. So r cube can be written as 14 whole cube, and 14 whole cube can be written as 14 into 14 into 14. So I'll erase this. So 7 2s are 14, and we'll solve this big sum. So by solving this big sum, we get 34,496 divided by 3. Now, as I've told before, the teachers in exams or the board people always not, but usually prefer the fraction method. You can also prefer the decimal version, but in this question I'll be doing the fraction version. So 34,496 divided by 3 in mixed form can be written as 11,498 2 upon 3. Do not forget to add the units, centimeter cube. So our volume units are specified, our final calculation is specified. We'll move on to our next part of the second question, which is 0.21 meters. Now forget that this is the radius. Why do you have to forget this is a radius? Because it says that it is a diameter. So diameter, if this is the diameter, we have to convert this into radius. So I'll make some space. And we will solve our radius. 2r is equal to d. 2 into r is equal to 0.21. So therefore r is equal to 0.21 divided by 2, which is equal to 0.105. 0.105, and we'll add our most important part, which is meters. Okay. So r is equal to 0.105 meters, and with the help of r we'll be solving our volume of a solid sphere. I'll clear this all. Hope you have noted it down. And this is the second part of the second question. Do not forget to draw the circle. So once we have drawn a circle, we will draw a window to differentiate it between a circle and a sphere. And our volume of a sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. It is 4 upon 3 pi r cube, so all we have to do is substitute our values. So our R is equal to 0.105 meters, not centimeters. So 4 upon 3 into 22 by 7 into R cube. R cube is 0.105 whole cube, and it can be written as 0.105 into 0.105 into 0.105. Okay, so let us divide it. So 7, or let's take 3. So 3 divided by 0.105 gives us 0.035, and then we'll solve this whole answer. We'll solve this whole product divided by 7, which will be 0.0049 meter cube. Do not forget the units, and by solving this whole sum we get the answer 0.0049 meter cube. Now a note to the viewers that I am using a calculator, so I would advise you to do the same. Use a calculator, because in exams I know that it cannot you are not allowed to use calculators, especially for the ICSE and the CBSE. Only the IGSE boards are used for calculators, but in this video we are just rushing through problems, so avoid delay of time. So our next question is the diameter of a metallic ball. Diameter, so we'll be converting it into radius, but we'll be doing that later. So the diameter of a metallic ball is 4.2 centimeters. This is the diameter. What is the mass of the ball? Mass units are kg or gram. If the density of the metal is 8.9 gram per centimeter cube, it is numerically written as gram per centimeter cube. Okay, so our first step will be solving the diameter, which is 4.2 centimeters, into radius. So using our formula 2r is equal to d, we will be solving our radius. So our radius will be 2 into r is equal to d, which is 4.2. So then our final answer will be, therefore r is equal to 2.1 centimeters. So by this r we'll be solving our volume. First we'll solve our volume, and our mass is equal to density into volume. How? Because density is equal to mass upon volume, and mass volume goes here, so it will be d into v is equal to m, that is density into volume is equal to mass, by some linear equation funda. And then we will solve our calculation. I'll clear this all, and this is our third question. Do not forget to draw our circle. So once we have drawn our beautiful circle, we will draw a window so that it differentiates between a circle and a sphere. Volume of a sphere is equal to 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Don't forget to write the statement, don't forget to write the formula. All we have to do is substitute our values, which is 4 upon 3 into pi r cube. So our r cube is 2.1 into 2.1 into 2.1. So this is the center approximately, and center to the edge is equal to r, which is 2.1. It is 2.1 centimeters. So this is our radius, and we'll be solving our question. So pi will be written as 22 by 7. So 7 0.3s are 2.1, and 3 0.7s are 2.1. So by solving this big sum we get 38.808, and do not forget the units, which are centimeter cube. So our volume units are written, our final calculation is written, and we'll move on to our second part of the question of the third sum, which is what is the mass of the ball if the density of the metal is 8.9 gram per centimeter cube. So our density is given, our volume is given, and all we have to do is find mass. So by the formula m is equal to dv, m is equal to d into v, we will be solving our mass. So m is equal to d, which to the question is given by us as 8.9, into v, which is 38.808, and our final question will be m is equal to 345.39 grams, because if we start to mention that the units of a mass is centimeter cube or meter cube, then all of a sum will go wrong at the final stage of the question. So mass units are gram, kg, and we'll move on to our second last question. So I'll scroll down a little. I shall make some space. Okay, so our fourth question mentions that the diameter of the moon is approximately 1/4 of the diameter of the earth. What fraction of the volume of the earth is the volume of the moon? Okay, so we will concentrate our first statement here. So by the formula 2r is equal to d, so our d, diameter of the moon, that is, we'll assume our diameter of the earth to be 2r. Okay, now it states that the diameter of the moon is approximately 1/4 of the diameter of the earth, 1/4 of the 2r of the earth. So it will be 2r into 1/4, and it will be r upon 2. Okay, so if it will be 1 upon 2 r, so the diameter of the moon will be r upon 2, no units required, and the diameter of the earth will be 2r. So let's draw a figure. So this is our fourth question, and do not forget to draw the sphere. Okay, so once we have drawn our two figures, one is the moon, one is the earth, we will label our diameter. So the diameter of the earth is 2r as previously mentioned in the question, and our diameter of the moon is pi, that is, pardon, our diameter of the moon is r upon 2, radius upon 2, as we have solved previously. Now in the formula of 4 upon 3 pi r cube, we will not be considering the diameter, which is in the moon r upon 2 and in the earth 2r. So we have to convert the radius, the diameter of the moon and earth into radius. So our diameter, if we have to convert into radius, we have to divide it by 2, and it will be r upon 4. Our radius of the moon will be r upon 4, and to convert diameter of the earth into radius, we have to divide it by 2, and 2r divided by 2 is equal to r. So by this we will calculate our fraction of the volume of the earth, which is what fraction of the volume of the earth is the volume of the moon. Okay, so our volume of the moon will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube, which will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube. R cube is r upon 4, not r upon 2, because r upon 2 is the diameter. So r upon 4 whole cube, and our volume will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube of a sphere. So our volume of the earth will be 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay, so once we have found out the volume of the moon and volume of the earth, we will divide the volume of the moon with the volume of the earth. So this is our fourth question, and therefore volume of the moon divided by volume of the earth so our volume of the earth is 4 upon 3 pi r upon 4 whole cube. So we'll write that one. Upon volume of the earth, which is 4 upon 3 pi r whole cube. So 4 upon 3 pi and divided by 4 upon 3 pi will be 1. So both of these values are cut, and the only values that are remaining to us is, so the only values will be left will be r cube upon 64 upon r whole cube. So for simplifying this value that we have got, it will be r cube upon 64 into 1 upon r whole cube. So r cube will be cut by r cube, and our final answer will be 1 upon 64. So 1 upon 64, I'll just write this more clearly. So 1 upon 64 is a fraction of the volume of the earth, which is the volume of the moon. So we'll move on to our last and final question for the day. How many liters of milk can a hemispherical bowl of diameter 10.5 centimeters hold? So please remember that diameter will be converted into radius by the formula of 2r is equal to d. So 2r is equal to d, 2 into r is equal to 10.5. Therefore r is equal to 5.25 centimeters. Okay, so once we have calculated our radius, with the help of the radius we'll be calculating the volume of the, so liters basically means volume. How many liters of milk can a hemispherical bowl of diameter of radius 5.25 centimeter hold? Okay, so this is our fifth question. Do not forget to draw a hemisphere. In this case we'll be drawing a hemisphere. Okay, so this is somewhat of a hemispherical bowl. Our radius is 5.25 centimeters. So therefore volume of a hemisphere, if you have memorized your formulas enough, will be 2 upon 3 pi r cube. So all we have to do is substitute our values. So it will be 2 upon 3 into 22 by 7 into 5.25 whole cube, which will be 5.25 into 5.25 into 5.25. So by simplifying this value, we get 3 divided by 5.25 will be 1.75, and 5.25 divided by 7 will be 0.75. So our final value will be 2 into 22, which is 88, into 1.75 will be 44, pardon, into 0.75 into 5.25. And by solving this big number, this big product will be, so our final value will be 303.18 centimeter cube. Now we go back to a question if we see if anything is left out. Now in this question we observe that we have calculated our value, but in this question it is mentioning that we have to calculate the volume in liters. So meanwhile we have only calculated this in centimeter cube, so no worries, we'll be calculating the centimeter cube into liters by the analogy of 1000 centimeter cube is equal to 1 liter. Why? Because 1 ml is equal to 1 centimeter cube. 1000 ml is equal to 1 liter. Therefore 1000 centimeter cube, can I say, will be equal to 1 liter. Okay, so therefore 303.18 will be equal to 303.18 divided by 1000. So that will be equal to 0.303. We'll ignore the last two places, liters. So this will be a final value. We'll see if any more questions are left. Okay, so we have calculated our liters, the volume in liters. So our today's lecture is over. Today's video is over. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and bye.